Okay, so someone just asked to show how to get audio from Splice into Cubasis or any audio, on any DAW on the iOS. Unfortunately, with Splice, it only works on with Mac and PC. So basically, the Splice application we have on iOS for music producers, for iOS music producers, is useless. To be in my humble opinion, it's useless. And the fact that you can't download the samples from Safari makes it even much useless. But anyway, so there's a workaround, but unfortunately you need a PC for that. You need a PC or a Mac for that, because basically what you need to do is select Dropbox to sync every time you download things from. I don't know how it works, but anyway, I could look into that further on, and then maybe one day put the tutorial on. But for now, what someone else asked was how to get samples from AudioShare and documents into Cubasis, and also the time stretching in Cubasis. So let's get on to that. For AudioShare, all you need to do is open AudioShare. Is this thing recording that? Oh yeah. All you need to do is launch AudioShare, locate the sample you want to share with Cubasis. So in this case, this is my sample. Once you have the sample selected, just tap on this button right here. How do you do that thing? There you go. Tap on this button right here. Yeah. Once you tap on that, it will open the share sheet menu. It's called something like that. Yeah. So once that is open, you will see a lot. You see a couple of applications over here, right? Just scroll through back and forth, like left and right, like this, until you find the application you're looking for, right? In my case, I've already used it with Cubasis. So obviously, you see Cubasis over here. But in your case, you might not have Cubasis on this section. So what you need to do now is tap on more, right? So if you tap on more, it's going to bring up a list of applications that support the audio copy thing, share sheet menu, right? So I have a bunch of applications right here. You scroll up and down till you find the application you're looking for. In this case, Cubasis 3. So when you tap that, it's going to launch Cubasis 3. You won't see the sample immediately. Don't panic. As you can see, it says here, sample was imported. I don't know if you saw it. Anyway, now what you need to do is tap on media, right? So if you tap on media, once you tap on media, go into audio, my audio files, just scroll up and down until you see the sample. So the sample I'm looking for is called sample test, right? So if you go back into AudioShare, you see it's called sample test, right? So now that's the sample right there. And someone asks how to time stretch in Cubasis, which is pretty easy. So now let's use this sample for example. Tap on yes. So all you need to do is drag and drop it onto Cubasis, and then to actually to convert it onto the is it a bits rate or something like that, or to the sample rate or something. Anyway, this sample is perfect for the time stretching example. For now, example, what we need to do is tap on the sample, and then if you look on top at the top of the the what's it called, underneath the transport bar, there's something called stretch, right? This one right here, stretch. Yeah. So now, if you tap on stretch, as you can see, it brings up it brings up other options, right? So you have manual, auto, reset, and then algorithm. The algorithm, basically with the algorithm you have pro, efficiency, and mobile. So basically, if you go on mobile, it uses less CPU. If you go on efficient, it uses a little bit of CPU. If you go on pro, then obviously it uses much more CPU, right? And obviously the reset button is to just reset the stretching. Okay, so for the sample, I'm going to use the manual function for now, right? Because obviously I don't know the BPM of the sample yet. So for the sample, I need to do now, so I want it to be a 5-bar loop, right? So once you tap on, just a second. Why is it frozen? What the hell just happened? So once you tap on sample, tap on stretch, right? Then you need to drag this handle. You need to drag this handle left and right to stretch it to make it fit the loop, right? So for example, I said I wanted a 4-bar loop, so I'm just going to drag it to about 5, right? So now that should be a perfect loop. So let me turn the microphone off for a second. Okay, so as you can see, that was a perfect loop, right? Because I time stretch it, right? Now, what I can do is freeze this audio track. What it does is it bounces the audio, the track into a different audio track, right? So now that means I have the tempo of the audio file. So in this case, I can use the what's it called, the auto time stretching option. So for example, let's say I change the BPM. The BPM, to change the BPM, you need to tap on this section, right? So now let's say I change my BPM to let's make it 130, for example, right? So 130, for example, as you can see now, this audio is no more a 4-bar loop, right? So what you need to do, double tap on the audio, right? And then as you can see, Cubasis tells you that this audio has a BPM of 150, which is right. Because in this case, I time stretch the sample to 150 BPM and then I bounce the audio track. Then I bounce the track into audio. So obviously it's going to maintain the BPM, which is 150. So in this way now, I can use the auto time stretching. So if I tap on time stretch once again, the button is over here. If I tap on time stretch again, right? Select the sample, tap on time stretch, and just select auto. So as you can see, as soon as I chose auto, it immediately time stretch the sample to a 4-bar loop. So now it should be a perfect loop. Okay. So now, okay, and also you can also go and what's it called? Reset it, or you can choose efficient and then tap on auto. It's the same thing anyway, right? And then you can go reset it. So that's for audio share. That's for time stretching. Now let's go with the documents folder. Just like audio share, with documents is the same thing. Basically, all you need to do is find your sample. For example, I don't know. Let's go in there. Let's go and choose this. Okay. Let's say I want this one right here. This sample right here. So all you need to do is tap on these 3 dots, on the dots at the bottom, right? So if you tap on the dots at the bottom, what the hell was it again? Oh yeah, there you go. Scroll down, it should show you something called share, right? So if you tap on share, just like in audio share, it's going to open the share sheet menu, right? So then you scroll through so you see Cubasis 3, or if you don't have Cubasis 3 on the immediately displaying, just tap on more, right? Tap on more, scroll through, find Cubasis 3, choose Cubasis 3, and it's going to open Cubasis. It's going to open Cubasis 3, right? Oh, damn, I missed it. Anyway, it's going to open Cubasis 3, right? So then, same thing again. Tap on media. What the hell is it going? Tap on media, right? Tap on media, and then audio, my audio files. It should be. What was the name again? There you go. I think it was this one. There you go. So then just drag and drop it into the timeline. And also you can, same thing, you can time stretch it. So yep, that's it for now. I hope I did not miss anything. And let's hope the guys over at Splice find some remedy to this, because it doesn't make no sense in my opinion having an iOS application and for us not to be able to download the samples onto our iPad. Actually, if you need samples, there's all you could do is go to loop. What the hell the thing? There you go. Go to Looperman, which is a free sample directory. Yeah. Anyway, if you go into Looperman, sign in, sign up, or whatever the case is, if you don't have it already, browse to the samples, right? Perfect. So if you see a sample you like, tap on download. No, wait, tap on download. Just like on your computer, tap on download, right? So it's gonna download. Go into what's it called, files app. That's the sample right here. What you can do now, share, just like we did with audio share and documents, Cubasis. So now if I go in and go look for the sample, let's see what it does. There's a sample. Very easy. So if the guys over at Splice make it this easy for us to download samples from the browser, that would be really, really perfect for us. Anyway, signing out. I hope this video is not that long, and I hope I answered most of your questions. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.